place around Tifton in different various locations, like the city hall and the fire station. And we started out by ordering 7 of these boxes, old newspaper boxes from Pennsylvania. And we shipped them to our house. We got the Boy Scouts to help us sand them down and clean them very well to be painted. With the support of James Hester, we cleaned the boxes and painted them like we paint a car. And when we were done with that, we went to Ricky Willis to help us with the design. So we put the design on there, and then we brought them here. And we said with them, we all put the boxes.
Awesome.
And what are the boxes for?
To put all the retired flags in there to be properly retired.
Excellent.
That's right. So going forward, all of our small business owners or people who have flags at their residence can retire flags at several locations throughout our city. And Boy Scouts or VFW will be able to pick those up and dispose of them properly as they should.
Ross, how did you fund it?
Oh, we got 7 sponsors from different locations. Ameris Bank, Colony Bank, Tiff Regional Medical Center, Dr. Jeff Peters, Allen Pritchett Ambassador, Mark Stanford Attorney, and Smith Branch and University was sponsored with $200 to cover the supplies and boxes.
That is great.
Now, I'm going to unveil this one's going to be outside of City Hall. I think Mr. Hollis has already threw his hand up to put this.
We're still working on it.
Still working on it?
We're looking here close to the city.
Okay, good deal. All right, so let's go and unveil this first round. Get this out of the way. All right, go ahead. They'll just,
It's a little hard because it might be something.
Positive flags in there. Actually, we have 2 flags already.
All right.
We have. To which we will put in. We'll just set them in there like that. Over the course of time, they'll bring down and fall down, and then they'll be exposed to the property from our elements. Ross did a fantastic job. I'm
Excellent.
extremely proud of him.
This is really special thing to do. It means a lot to the city of Tifton. It means a lot to, when I say the city of Tifton, not only all the people that live in the city, but this organization that's the government of the city of Tifton. So we appreciate the work that you've done. I'm going to read a little letter that we've prepared for you and appreciation for your hard work and for what you're doing. And I'm going to present this to you, okay? So it says, Dear Ross, congratulations on completing your Eagle Scout project. This significant accomplishment is a testament to your remarkable commitment and skills. Your hard work in converting newspaper boxes into flag depositories will be enjoyed by our community and will leave a lasting impression for years to come. I commend you on your dedication and diligent work on your Eagle Scout project and look forward to you officially earning the Eagle Scout rank. This accomplishment shows that you know how to work hard and plan precisely. I encourage you to set your goals high and continue to work hard to achieve them. Congratulations again, and best wishes on your bright future. Sincerely, Mayor Julie Smith. And I'm going to sign this right now and present this to you. Awesome. You are very inspiring. Very much appreciated.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take care of placing that outside, so, yeah.
Thank y'all so much.
Okay, thank you again, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, Rob, next we have the alcohol beverage license, so I'll turn it over to you to start this hearing.
All right, thank you, Mayor. We're going to go with this a little bit. We're the first hearing we're going to have before on your agenda. Sri Maharaj Sales Corporation, doing business speed goes number 1. Is Mr. Patel here today? This is, application, I can't remember, this is PO number 1. Is anyone here for PO number 1?
Sorry, Many stop at the speed.
Okay, all right. Is your clients here?
They are,
Okay, we're gonna do Spigo.
speed go first. Here. You want me to talk or you want?
I'm going to call, our officer. Shane Mims, comes on your first. You raise your right hand, please, sir. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
If you would just state your name, Council.
Weston Shane, man.
All right, sir, thank you, boy.
I'm a lieutenant with the Tifton County Sheriff's Office, currently assigned to the Mid-South Narcotics Task Force.
All right, sir. Back on January 8th of this year, did you have an occasion to conduct an undercover operation regarding the sale of alcohol beverages to people under 21?
I did.
And did you have an occasion to go to 1939 Windmill Road?
I did.
And that's known as a speed belt, is that right?
Yes.
Just generally tell the council what you did as far as, initiating an investigation.
The sheriff's office received complaints from several parents. I was asked by Chief Deputy Ray Merritt to go to these 2 locations. I can, it's under 21. I wired him up with audio and video, provided their official funds, followed him to the speed go, at which time he went inside. We did a beer cooler, got a 6-pack of beer, brought it to the county, paid for it, left.
Understood that, and you said this is on audio video, is that correct?
Yes.
And you provided you with a copy of that, did you
Yes.
not? John, could you ask Steve to play the video on 1939 Windmill, please? Shane, feel free to narrate as we go through the video. Explain to council what's going on.
A little bit of.
We cut the video on by the time it ran to the store, just seeing me to the vehicle, going to the store.
And who was wearing the body cam? As someone that works the jail?
Yeah, we was driving with the sheriff's office, on images. Camden Woody with the sheriff's office in Bourne. Grab a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra and go to the county.
It's not busy now? No? Well, very, not a lot of work in it.
Let's do it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Check your knowledge, the clerking requirements seem like.
They talked about how busy it was.
Okay, that's great. Yes, sir. You go. Great. So, you know, basically, this is not a trial, so I'm gonna rest my case. Okay, that's the rest house. We stipulated this is that the sale did happen. And the person who made the sale did plead guilty and the fine was paid for. We just throw ourselves on the mercy of the council. They're already having a really hard time representing two of these stores. The coronavirus is hitting really hard. They sell gas. That's how they get a lot of people coming into their stores. People are not tracking. So, both of my clients said their sales are down almost 40%. I just think that if you do suspend their license, that you're going to cripple the equipment business. That's pretty much it. That they have been checked again. They have not been caught again. They don't have history. Neither of the stores have history. So this was a one-time thing. They agree they made a mistake. They want to run. They're afraid to shut it down. They're taking the license for 30 days. It's kind of critical.
So this is any record that this never happened? Or first.
Council, basically, the way this our ordinance works is that once you've heard the evidence and you've heard from the store owners, at our next regular meeting, our next hall meeting, you'll go ahead and make a decision at that point in time, and then we'll go ahead and send the notice to the store owners for the decision.
So who are we directing questions that we have? Directing me?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if you could, if there was anything that we have as far as.
This is going to be your decision, and certainly you have any questions, you can ask, the store owner.
Okay. Sorry, my name is Dan Johnson. I don't think I introduced myself. I have an office here too. So. Sorry, Mr. Johnson. I've not used these sort of proceedings, but so my question is so this is the first time this has happened to the store owner? Yes, since they have the store. How long have they owned the store?
Yeah, it's been like 15 years.
15 years. This is the store, I don't know if you know that on Windmill Road. Yeah, intersection. Yeah. All right. I mean, I would assume that.
I don't know, is this the person that was actually working at the store still working for you now? He is, the guy from the video still working there now?
He played the guilty, he paid the fine,
Okay.
and he's still working.
I have a question. You said the sheriff's department had received several complaints
Yes, ma'am.
from parents whose children obviously were buying alcohol there. Do you know about how many, when you say several, is that 5 or 6 or?
Two families that I know of.
Okay, all right. Have we received complaints too, Chief?
We received, 2 or 3 complaints, and then, but the sheriff and I talked about it a couple of times.
Right.
And we've been trying to get set up, so, I mean, yeah, this is the first time we've been caught,
Yeah.
but in charge, but this is not the first time this has happened.
Sure. Have any complaints since?
Jack, did you have any questions? I want to make sure we're remembering you're on the phone.
Jack,
Okay.
He just said slightly, but I don't know.
Okay.
Johnny, you got any questions, concerns?
No. My thing is that you should, you know, check the ID before you sell alcohol and tobacco. So now, if these complaints, if this thing is gonna keep happening, we gotta do something about it. We just can't ignore the fact that, hey, you just run in there, you get a pack, 6-pack beer, bing, go out the door. Now, what you should tell your employees that everyone comes in the store to buy alcohol, need some identification, need to check it. Cause like, I'm 3 years old, but I still get caught. You know, so I think what we should do here is the state law. Is that, you know, just tell you that even if we, you know, just give you another chance, that this can't keep happening. Because if we keep having it, so we ain't doing our jobs, if we keep letting it go by. We just send it on down the road, because we're not doing our job.
And my understanding is we don't make that decision this evening, we make that decision at our next meeting,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
All right, Nate, I'm back. I lost you a minute. Can I ask a couple of things just to clarify?
Please,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, just so I'm sure of what I heard, this is the first time that this store, he's been charged, but there have been 2, 3, 4 multiple complaints of this activity happening. Is that correct?
Right.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay. And the person, I think this tape was back in January. So the person that actually sold this to an underage person is still employed at the store?
yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, that makes no sense to me. And that shows that there's not a whole lot of concern by the owner, unless that happened to be the owner's son, of why this person that did it is still there. So that's all I got.
Okay.
And
You right, Jack.
I know we don't have any, we're not gonna make a decision tonight, but the thing is that you've got complaints, you've got kids out there running around with, beverages that they're not supposed to have. If this thing could have gotten worse, could have got somebody, kid drunk, somebody died, then you got a whole nother situation on your hands.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're gonna decide, but those are some things that you need to think about as an owner.
As the owner, yes, I agree with that, MJ. You need to think about the consequences. You know, you just think about it. If it was your child with alcohol and had a regular killer about it killed somebody, innocent bystander, then you gonna feel bad. So we can't make a decision tonight, but maybe you need to look into that a little bit further. You know, you need to, when you change your shift, just tell the employees, hey, you need a car if they buy it. Cause I don't know, cause I ain't too big about, see, this happens all the time. This ain't the first time, this ain't our first rodeo. We get complaints from people all the time about this. So pretty soon we gotta start acting on this thing. We ain't be able to keep sweeping it under the rug. Or wait till somebody get killed or hurt because of this. Or some teenage, 17-year-old alcohol impairs you, you can't think. You get in a situation, you lose control of the car. You know, and the car's a dangerous weapon.
Well, I think a good thing that I'm proud to hear of is that they were tried again and that they, I guess, carded the young man and unfortunately, well, fortunately, was not sold beverage. So it looks like there was maybe some changes that happened, but anyway, I'm done.
So to clarify, we come back at a later date. Basically, the council will have another meeting, regular meeting, which will probably be first of this, first of June, and that's a workshop. But we probably ought to go ahead and just have a special call meeting so that we would make a decision on it, and then the Straczynski will notify you. Okay, thank you very much. And you got the next one, hand stuff. All right, with that, we'll finish that hearing, and this time we will, take up the candy shop located at 207 West 12th Street. Again, I would, ask, Shane, if you would come up to the, podium. Shane, I'm not going to, you raise up, okay?
Okay.
If you would explain the, again, to council, your investigation involving, the candy shop.
It's the same circumstance, we received complaints from parents about a kid buying alcohol at the location. Got a together, wiring up with audio, video, providing official funds, all into the location. Watched him go in the store, watched him on video, make him buy and leave, which time he turned in this over me. And the other kids that deputy went in and charged for it.
And on this occasion, do you know whether or not the request to have identification?
No, they didn't.
Council, I'll leave it up to you. I'm not playing the audio video with.
Let's go.
I mean,
We got to play it. It showed what he just testified for.
Matter of fact, I don't think there was any talking on this one, he just provided and leaves.
And basically, you had eye contact the whole time.
I'm watching it across the street, watching it on video across the street.
That's all the questions. Do you have any questions of, Councilman? Thanks, Shane. All right, that's another call. Back to code.
it's,
You raise your hand, please, sir. You put a testimony about getting the truth, the whole truth about the two seconds.
I do.
I can state your name, please.
Patrick Rose,
So how you
I'm a police officer of the city of Tifton, assigned to vice crimes.
So back on February 5th this year, you had occasion to undercover investigation at the candy shop.
We did on February 5th, 2020.
All right, so if you just explain to the council what you did as part of this, as far as that investigation.
Well, that particular night, we developed an informant who was 17 years old. Who stated that he knew where he could buy alcohol underage. We've been looking for people to do that. And he come up with 2 different stores, and we provided official money from the city to follow him to the handy stop on 12th Street. And I observed him, well, I had contact with him before, make sure he didn't have any alcohol. Or any ID said that he was over 21 years old. And followed him to the store, watched him go in the store. He came back with a single 16-ounce Corona beer. We left, and then at the predetermined location, just about a block away. As we were leaving, I looked through the open window, basically, or I'm sure the window, identified the clerk in there just by face. I followed him to the location, got the beer from him. He described the clerk to me. I went back to the store and identified the clerk as Mr. Patel, and Mr. Patel decided he was on the clerk at the store.
And do you know whether or not that case is, the criminal case involved?
I should not have it.
That's all I question. Any other questions?
No.
I'll let you address the council.
I'm going to make the same argument that they have not had any other instances, they haven't been caught. Actually, at the handy stop, the Georgia Department of Revenue went in on February the 5th, 2020, and tried to buy it. And it says that, it says your business requests proper identification from your underage individual. I can provide you with copies of this. So they are being proactive now. But once again, we stipulated that sales were made. And the same argument is that, you know, they're hurting for business right now. And a lot of their business comes from alcohol sales. And if you suspend a license for 30 days during the shutdown you already had, it's gonna hurt really bad. Both these stores are hurting at the moment. This, I think, it pushed over the edge. That's pretty much it. We throw ourselves on the mercy of the council.
Let me ask Shane, did you have an occasion to go back on February 26th? That's all that. You went back on February 26th this year?
Yes, sir, we can check it inside.
And what happened on February 26th?
So this is another,
Second time.
so it's 3 times?
So the second time, so you got same clerk, so underage twice, is that correct?
Is it 2 total sales or 3 total sales? Well, it's 3. When you said this, nothing has happened since, I was, well, I'm afraid it has.
We got 1 from the chair and 2 from the city.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, that's still.
Fine.
What you want to say, this is Jared, so he's up in the store.
I'm going, I worked 80 years, but convenience store, it's first time here. The first time is my family. They just give shut and 2 times we work. I know it's my big mistake, but officer can come, somebody under it, the point, but by mistake, I will check the ID. Because I worked United States 80 years. First time suddenly 1 month, I have a hard time start. And I got like this one, ticket. Because beer is not got that profit margin, like 20 cents or 25 cents a single beer, I make money. So I'm not making money for beer. So like, I'm not sure that, everybody like underage cost. But I know 2 times the city police came under it. I always the phone and by mistake and the evening time is the very busy times. That's why it's happened. First day I got like 70 department and same day I everyone free and third July. Department of Revenue, like Atlanta, somebody guys come under each other. I don't know. I just check ID. That's why he sent me 2 different days same. 2 days. But this one, I don't know. My mind is what more. I got 18 years and first time is come the city court like this. I just never went to police station office. Never. But in the airport is 0.
Just to clarify, he's saying that he's very busy, he came in there during very busy times. That's why.
If you like 30 days, yeah, whatever, everybody inside, and now for 90, this is very slow. Very slow. And if you, I lost my license 30 days, I don't know whatever inside. I lost so much. How can I give one more day? Because right now it's very slow. I just give guarantee each time, because this first time happened because I got 18 years in continuous.
You are the
And
Andy Shaw.
Yes, sir.
That's all. Close that, hearing. Next one is on Pepe's Food Mart. Mr. John Aaron represents. Council, I have had a conversation with Mr. Aaron. He's agreed to stipulate to basically what happened. I can tell the council on February the 5th of this year, about 7:30, Officer Hogan made a control purchase of alcohol here at Pepe's with an individual on 1821, purchased 16 ounce Budweiser. They issued a citation for purchasing alcohol on 1821. John, I believe that you were wanting to stipulate that those are the facts. Is that correct?
That is correct.
At this time, I'll just let you address us.
Council, really, this is not an argument, except an explanation. As you're aware, we're stipulating to the facts. This particular situation, probably, this is a business that's been run by Mr. Patel, and and all of her family for about 10 years now. They operate 4 convenience stores across Georgia. There's one here in Tifton, there's 2 in Tifton, and there's one in Ross. And I'll say at the very beginning, when I spoke with my clients, this is the first time that they've had any type of ordinance violation or any other type of violation of this nature through the course of their decades-long time running these types of businesses in either of these counties. So this was a surprise when this came up to them. The reason why we're stipulating to this is because we don't deny this happened. The circumstances around why this happened, if you would like to give a little more detail. This particular day, Mr. Patel was the individual that I believe who made the sale. It seemed the footage, but we don't deny. Ms. Patel had started working with Andy's at that store for approximately a month before this happened. The manager who was operating this particular store at the time, his name is Sonny Patel. He's the main individual that handles all of the transactions. For this particular transaction, it occurred under Mint Patel, which is the younger individual who's been working there for a short time. And so at that point in time, when I spoke with my clients to determine, okay, what happened? I was told that Mr. Sonny Patel had stepped away. And at the time he was leaving the register with Mint Patel, and that's when this occurred. So we don't have any grounds to come and make it. What we do is we come here and say, we're sorry. This is a business that's been operating for 10 years in this community, from what I've been told. To date, we've not had a violation. I'm not going to stand here and try to gloss over the fact that there's been allegations that there's been maybe some complaints about babies. So I'm not going to look you all in the eye and say just because we've never had a violation doesn't mean there's never been a complaint, right? But I will say that Ms. Sanjita Patel, the time I've had a chance to speak with her, one of the things that she told me that stuck out is she says, I have a 19 and I have a 20-year-old. And they're my sons. Sons, correct? Those are my sons. Daughter and son. And her words to me, and that's actually right here, is I don't want this to happen to my daughter or my son. And I wouldn't want this to happen to anyone that comes to my store. Now, there is the issue, of course, of the revenue decline. I need to even bring that as a point for the council to consider because of the coronavirus. But at the end of the day, we've all been struggling because of the coronavirus. And so that is unfortunately an element of this. With revenues down 20 to 30%, any sort of suspension or revocation of their license would be an impact. I asked them, I said, did you try to get some coronavirus stimulus? Because what I wanted to do was gauge the amount of strain this business was under. They told me yes, they did apply for funding. So without going into details of their financial transactions or anything else, I'm assuming that they completed the application for stimulus because they needed it. And so at this point in time, with all that said, you're right, Mr. Wilmot, we do stipulate, but we would ask the court to consider the track record and consider the fact that we have put the measures into place. When I spoke with Sonny Patel and the owner, I actually said there's no need to get rid of this employee. Train him properly. Make sure that he uses the systems in place to check for driver's license and to validate those. He was an employee for a month before this, and hoping that there's not another occasion. So with that, we submit to the council.
That concludes all the hearings, and unless you all have some questions.
Hey, I did have a question on that one, if I can. Did I hear that correctly, that this was the first violation, the only, but were there other, did I hear correctly, there were other complaints about things, about sales being made to underage drinkers at that store?
My understanding, that's the case. You asked me, as far as
As far as history, underage arrests on actual underage persons.
With this ownership?
Yeah, in January.
Okay. January and February?
Yes.
Yeah.
January and February.
So there were other complaints? I didn't understand you.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. So the excuse that, so the excuse that the man walked away and the woman was operating kind of goes out the window with that, doesn't it?
Well, that was one instance, I think it was a father son, is that right?
Not from the son, but just relatives.
Relatives, okay.
Relatives, I'm not entirely sure exactly.
Was that the
Okay,
February
but
occurrence? Was that
But Ms. Patel was the one.
February occurrence or the January occurrence? Which one? Or did Mid get both?
We've been in cases of January the 16th, 3 different underage persons leaving the store. We watched the video in the store, we surrounded food. We made a case on January 23rd of an underage person who left the store at the buy there. Then on February 5th, when we actually used the CI to make a buy. And each of those times it was, I guess maybe the guy that called Sonny, it was the same dude, son, older guy and a younger guy. Because the kids would always describe to us that it was the younger guy with the longer hair, and the haircut, young kid. And when we would go back in, that's who would be in there, is the dude, always be there.
Have we made any attempts after the February 5th?
Yeah, yes, sir. As a matter of fact, the days I have, on the 16th, we arrested some children. On the 23rd, we arrested another underage person. On the 30th, I did control by, he did not say it. It was the young guy, Ned, who didn't say it. On the 5th, we did the buy and the informant called. And then we checked him again on the 26th, and Ned, the young guy, he did not say it. On those two occasions.
I'll just be careful. Mitt's young, if he's in that same age group, he may know these people outside, and feel like that they're friends or something of that nature. I would just caution you that this is a livelihood that he is putting at stake, and make all your employees know that. And we should all the other people were here too to hear that, because when they make this violation, and it's up to us to revoke this or not, it's going to affect livelihood by these people. I mean, if you was you're going to record everybody because this is your job, this is your business. I think that's a message to all the employees that it needs to be just hammered into is that, hey guys, you have to card these people, all people, because my livelihood is at risk. If I don't have a job, you don't have a job, And so, just pound that message home if possible, it's all I can say.
thank you. All right, any other comments or questions?
Thank you.
That's what we have.
Okay. All right, we will come back to our agenda. And the next items are our consent agenda, and these are all items that have been discussed during our workshop. We had our workshop last week, so we can take these independently and individually, or we can take them together. It's up to the council. I'll take a motion to take it all together. Okay, you want to go ahead and make that as a motion to accept? Okay. All right, so we have a motion from MJ. We have a second from Jack to take the consent agenda together, all these items together, and to approve them. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, under new business, resolution adopting the revisions to the Tift County Service Delivery Strategy for updating the existing and proposed water service area maps. Any update, Pete, any changes of anything we've discussed?
No, ma'am, if you remember, this really started with the area of Willow Creek Phase 2. That was included in the service map, service delivery map. DCA said they require that. EPD said they require that. So we've been talking about this for a couple months now, trying to examine the map. We've corrected the map. we, the county and the city, agreed on the language in the forms. And there is a letter kind of explaining the situation to the DCA, so there's no confusion on that. So this is for your approval. The county did approve it at their last meeting, but this really is for development purposes, and I'm recommending that we do it.
Okay, all right. Any further questions? All right, that being said, if anyone would like to make a motion, I'll accept that now.
So,
We have a motion from Councilman Terrell. Is there a second? Second from Councilman Hall. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, none opposed. All right, the next item is our resolution approving the board appointment policy, and we looked at that significantly at the workshop. Are y'all ready to move on
Yeah,
that?
I took a, you know, I didn't know I could hear from anybody, so I know we said that we're gonna carry this into June, and we could probably go ahead and, if it's okay, just
Just
bring
postpone
this
that.
back
It's
forward.
okay. I'm okay with
until
that, if
June.
y'all are okay
Yeah,
with that.
session. Is that okay?
Okay, Jack, you good with that? Did
Yeah, I
you hear
made
that?
my comments at the last meeting. I didn't have
Yeah.
any further ones, so.
Okay, all right, so we will postpone that for our next meeting. All right, we are now to the part of our agenda that deals with our city manager reports. So Pete, turn over to you.
Thanks, Mayor. Just two things. As each of you know, we are communicating outward at City Hall and city facilities. We're doing good. We appreciate all the public's patience. We have very good steps in place. We're looking at policies. We're looking at internal functions. So really it's examining what we're doing and how we're doing it. But our employees, number one, is safety. So we're doing good, and we have not had many complaints in dealing with that. City Hall is no exception. There are a lot of visitors, but we are doing the right thing. So we're going to continue to do that, and I appreciate the staff's work on helping me get that in place so we could keep everyone safe. And, I know it's something serious that we're going to be involved with for months. The second is that this is Public Works Week. And I wanted to just thank all the Public Works employees at ESG and what they do for our community each and every day. Public Works is no easy task. I'm sorry Jeff is not here to hear that, but what they do each and every day, whether it's cutting grass or whether it's in the cemetery, Public Works really shines to make our community look good. So hats off to Public Works, and again, I commend the department for what they do. That's all.
Thank you. All right, we are now to the mayor and council comments. So gentlemen, Wes, I'm going to start with you. How's
Sounds great.
that?
Just really excited and proud. I think my entire neighborhood is excited about the Gulf Street project taking off. You know, that's something that's been a long time coming for us. And so really excited about that. Ready to see the LMIG projects for this year take off, getting some more streets paved. That's always a good thing. See, let our citizens know how their money is being spent and repaving our roads. So really excited about that. And then also I'm really excited about, you know, the leadership in this community as far as future leadership. You know, with folks like with the Boy Scouts of America, you know, and Ross Peters, and, you know, just taking on such a project like that, and he did such a great job, and, you know, hats off to him. And, you know, there's just, you know, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a generation of people like Ross that care about the American flag and care about what it stands for and what it means, and understanding of, you know, the people who fought for that flag, and you know, it should be taken care of and disposed of properly. So just really proud of him and his project, and did a fantastic job with that.
Very good. Thank you. Jack, any comments?
No, I really don't, other than I hated to see that the three stores that got caught are all in my district, but other than that, let's move on to another district next time.
Let's don't have any. How about that? No districts.
You know, I hear you. No, I'm
There
good.
you go. Okay, thank you. MJ?
Just glad to see everybody once again. We're trying to cope with everything and get through this, and glad to see Pete running strong team here with the city and everybody coming in here, working very hard every day, trying to, like I say, do what we do through this COVID-19. Glad to see how hard this city of Tifton can come together during these difficult times and, through the whole community. So just glad to be here once again.
There you go. Johnny?
Well, excuse me, I'm good. As the saying say, we'll get through this together.
Yes, we will, because we are Tifton strong. I would like to personally thank Dana for the little presents that she gave all of us in those budget books. Good Lord. Yeah. So it's budget time, as if things weren't exciting enough. So make sure you're reading through that. And then if there's any questions, of course, we can direct those to Dana or to Pete for any explanation if something doesn't make sense there. But no, I say that kind of jokingly, but I'm very serious. Thank you for all your hard work, because I know that taking care of the money is very serious, very important, and y'all are doing a very good job. So we appreciate that, and appreciate you getting this out to us in a timely manner so that we can be prepared. And thank you for always taking our calls and that kind of thing. So Abby, how's everything going downtown? Or I know more businesses are opening and restaurants.
Farmers markets that, will be open, but for the most part, they're really taking their time with opening, which is good, to see. A lot of them choosing outside the line as far as restaurants are concerned, being creative in that manner. So, but overall, they're running.
Good. Well, we just want to ask all of our business community to hang in there with us. We support you. We appreciate the work that you do. We appreciate the services and the products that you provide. And I'm just very thankful to be a part of a community that looks out for each other and supports each other. So just remember, support local and every opportunity that you can. And let's keep these folks afloat. I just want to also thank the folks from our school system, our hospital, the county, our law enforcement. There's so many people that touch base on a really more often than weekly. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times a week. And I just want to say thank you to those that are sharing information with us, that are keeping us up to speed, helping us make decisions that we need to make that are sometimes very difficult decisions. So we have some excellent community partners. And I just am so appreciative of the work that they do and being willing to take a call or respond to a text message when we do that. So is there any other business to come before the council?
And Jack, if you could hear me, just an opinion, we have on the budget schedule, our budget work session for Thursday. Would that work for everybody? When we put something out, we could do a quick lunch, and that way, brief, we do like we did last time. We have something to eat, and I can run through it. Just point out the high points to you like we did last time, but I want to make sure Thursday seems to be okay with everybody right now.
I think so.
But I'll follow up tomorrow. Just
Okay.
make sure that's what we're on schedule. If we do that, because Jack and Wes have had the opportunity to run us through the budget machine. So we've back and forth. And I think what Thursday is, you're gonna, if you allow, I'm gonna present you a model, 3 different models that we're gonna have to do some good projection guessing where we are on revenues, and I want to present that to you. So the budget book is pretty simple, it's pretty flat, but I want to get your opinion on what it could look like. And I think that's very, very important. So if this lunch is okay, Jessica and I can put some word out tomorrow and follow up with you, then we'll do that.
All right.
Okay. And then also,
Yes.
excuse me, sir, I think it would be appropriate, because I couldn't attend either, but I know Rob and Lisa are extremely proud of Elizabeth for graduating, and I know she's going to go do great things with her law degree, so congratulations.
Yes. Yes.
I would just like to congratulate the big store for 144 years.
That's amazing, isn't it?
In business.
Yeah.
And for the 100 years in Tifton.
Yes.
So I think we kind of should,
Thank you.
if you would, call them and congratulate them and thank them for being
Absolutely.
a part of this community.
That's a great idea. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent idea. And you're right. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Then we got the shirt.
Well, he's styling.
He's styling.
Oh, you know, I just, you know, I grew up. in
Oh, yeah.
this kind of,
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh, yeah, we know your stories. All right, anything else to come before the council this evening? So y'all forever hold your peace. All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
No, no, it's-
Was there?
Yeah.